Module Overview. This final module focuses on improving budget credibility, embracing reform strategies, and adopting international best practices to elevate the budget presentation and approval process. It delves into the core principles of transparency, participatory budgeting, fiscal discipline, and innovation, ensuring that learners are equipped not only to implement robust budgeting systems, but also to lead transformational reforms in public and private institutions. Today's dynamic economic environment demands budgets that are not only well prepared and presented, but also credible, realistic, and reform-oriented. Without these qualities, even the most technically sound budgets will falter in execution. 1. Understanding budget credibility. What is budget credibility? Budget credibility refers to the extent to which actual revenues and expenditures conform to the approved budget. A credible budget is one that is realistic, based on accurate revenue forecasts, reliable, deliverable within the projected time frame, funded, supported by available or expected resources, implementable, administratively and technically feasible. Lack of budget credibility leads to resource misallocation, broken trust with stakeholders, project abandonment, fiscal instability. 2. Causes of budget credibility failures. Common causes of credibility issues include overestimation of revenue projections, political interference in allocations, unrealistic assumptions, weak expenditure controls, delayed or unpredictable disbursements, poor cash flow management, donor conditionalities not met. To prevent these, a budget credibility framework must be in place. 3 strategies to improve budget credibility. Improve forecasting accuracy using data analytics and macroeconomic models. Implement commitment control systems to prevent overexpenditure. Ensure timely release of funds to implementing departments. Adopt performance-based budgeting for enhanced accountability. Strengthen the medium-term expenditure framework, MTEF, to anchor yearly budgets in multi-year strategies. Integrate budget execution with monitoring systems to detect early warning signals. High budget credibility builds public trust, encourages foreign investment, and enhances service delivery. 4. Budget reform approaches. To modernize budgeting processes, institutions must adopt reform measures aligned with global best practices. Types of budget reforms: program-based budgeting, PBB, focuses on outcomes and results rather than line-item inputs. Zero-based budgeting, ZBB, justifies every expense from scratch, promoting cost efficiency. Gender-responsive budgeting, GRB, incorporates gender analysis into planning and allocations. Climate and green budgeting ensures fiscal policies support environmental goals. Digital budgeting reforms, use of AI, machine learning, and cloud computing in budgeting workflows. Budget reform is a continuous journey toward transparency, inclusiveness, and efficiency. 5. Global best practices in budget presentation and approval. To remain relevant, organizations should adopt globally recognized standards and practices. Best practice description: Open Budget Index, OBI, rates governments on budget transparency and public access to information, public expenditure and financial accountability, PFA, framework for assessing public financial management, International Public Sector Accounting Standards, IPSAS, guidelines for accurate and transparent accounting. Medium-term budgeting aligns current budgets with long-term priorities. Participatory budgeting involves citizens and stakeholders in budget formulation. Best practices promote transparency, accountability, participation, and efficiency. 6. Role of institutional culture and leadership. Budget transformation requires not only technical capacity, but also a culture of responsibility and leadership commitment. Key elements: tone from the top. Senior executives must prioritize budget discipline training and capacity building, equip all departments with modern skills. Performance incentives reward departments that meet budget targets. Sanctions and enforcement hold violators accountable. A strong institutional culture fosters sustainability in budget governance. 7. Stakeholder engagement in budget credibility and reform. Key stakeholders: line ministries or departments, parliamentarians or boards, civil society and NGOs, private sector partners, donor agencies, citizens through town halls, online portals, etc. engaging stakeholders, increases trust, strengthens compliance, encourages feedback-based reforms. 8. Summary, embedding excellence in budgeting. Module 10 is a call to action. To build lasting budget systems, practitioners must combine technical rigor, ethical conduct, system-wide reforms, people-centric approaches. Ultimately, a strong budget presentation and approval process should reflect real-world priorities, be grounded in credible forecasting, leverage digital tools and transparency, drive sustainable impact through innovation and accountability.